Hello beautiful people, Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. And it's album review time as Sabaton, yes, Sabaton are back, ready to ignite a brand new era with their highly anticipated release of their 11th studio album, Legends, arriving on the 17th of October via Better Noise Music, and which happens to be the band's label debut. And this record, Legends, is all about history's greatest and most loved characters, such as the like of Jeanne d'Arc, which is Joan of Arc, Napoleon Bonaparte, Julius Caesar, the legendary swordmaster Miyamoto Musashi. Lots and lots of beloved characters are covered on this record. And of course, that means we get big, bombastic, and ballsy sounds. This new album is Sabaton doing what Sabaton do best, with very little in the way of deviation, which, depending upon your feelings towards this band, will either be the best thing or the worst thing ever. The best because Sabaton make heart-pounding, foot-tapping, head-banging, anthemic music steeped in rich history. The worst because, let's be honest, it lacks innovation and certainly does feel a bit too familiar in places.
He's just in the Rubicon.
I mean, I like Sabaton a lot, but even I can recognise that the formula isn't messed with too much here. Although this is the most collaborative Sabaton record to date, with every member doing some writing here. It's not quite stellar, but I do think there are notably one or two tracks that I find just to be a little bit meh. One of which just happens to be the opener, Templars. Listen, hold your booze. I get it. I do think it's got a lot to like. It's suitably bombastic, has driving rhythms, catchy chorus, a very cool guitar solo, yet for some reason, it really failed to register with me. I struggle to take much from it, especially when compared to the lovable heavyweight hit that follows, Hordes of Khan, a track that features hyperactive instrumentation and massive vocal hooks. Now that's a Sabaton banger, and one you can really thump your chest to. The tempo slows down again on A Tiger Among Dragons, but it feels more natural here, especially with the hefty percussion and how Joachim Brodin's vocals soar outside of the chorus. His vocal abilities are never in doubt, but here he sounds better than ever. Before crossing the Rubicon, thumping rhythms, powerful choruses, and epic storytelling puts a smile on the face, and we get very tempers with I Emperor and Made of Steel. The former all about the chorus, the latter a welcome burst of heavy energy.
Over mountains, an army far from home, leading beast and man through the cold and snow. Marching, we're moving on road, guided by the stars like the valley below. Break the illusion of the foe as they cross the range where no armies go.
There's nothing surprising, of course, but there's also nothing to complain about either. Sabaton through and through, especially from a storytelling aspect, one of the band's strengths. The decision to focus on figures is an inspired one, and there's no end to powerful, remarkable, and terrifying people for Sabaton to look at, with the likes of Vlad the Impaler, Hannibal, Lightning at the Gates, which is my personal favourite track, and Miyamoto Musashi, the Duelist, being some of the focus in the latter part of the album. Alas, I hate doing this, but there's a bit of a steam running out feel come the penultimate track, The Cycle of Songs. It is a track with some old school guitar metal flair and a suitably epic chorus, but that's about it. It's boring and it really overstays its welcome. Thankfully, things do end at a high though, with Till Sega, a potent chest-thumping, fist-raising, soul-buoying headbanger of a Sabaton track, staying true to themselves right to the end. I think the summation of this album is, it is Sabaton. What more do you want? As I said at the start, if you love Sabaton in general, what they do, particularly what they do on modern days, where the focus is almost always on anthems over everything else in regards to power metal, then you're going to be right on board here. This is an album of anthems. It's just not always anthems that are as appealing as others. There are some great ones. There are some ones that I think are going to sound great in the live environment, but there are one or two I've mentioned that I just find meh, boring, uninteresting, very forgettable, and so that's kind of like, it's a good album. It's one that I think is a very good Sabaton album because the majority of it is quality, but yeah, it is notable that there are a couple that are just sounding a bit, alright, here we go again, that kind of thing. I don't know, maybe you're going to love it, maybe you'll hate it, and you'll find even more you don't like about it, but yeah, I still thoroughly enjoyed it, because I enjoyed the hell out of Sabaton. They're really, really easy to enjoy, and the storytelling in this is is just excellent. You know, that is still so much to enjoy. And of course, they treat you with respect, honor these people, and tell the truth as well. It is Legends, October 17th via Better Noise Music. You got any thoughts on this you want to share? You know what to do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.